The Money and the Power, The Making of Las Vegas and Its Hold in America. This is an amazing book. There's a larger hardbound copy that I have, and luckily I had a job that about 3 days of the week it was pretty slow, and I was able to bring a book to work where I could read about Lansky and the miners and Hoover Dam. And here's the authors right here, Sally Denton and Roger Morris. And The Money and the Power. Sally Denton, an award-winning investigative reporter in both print and television, has written for the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Chicago Tribune. She is the author. Roger Morris served as a senior staff for the National Security Council under President Nixon and Johnson until he resigned over the invasion of Cambodia. He's won several national journalism prizes. I just want to get into this book. Is just the most amazing book I've read about. I like history books by Paul Johnson. I like books on economics by Paul Krugman. And when it comes to a serious book about business, finance, and the building of a town like Las Vegas, there's nothing better than this book. Here it says Los Angeles Times, a must-read, one of the most important nonfiction books published in the United States in a half-century. Los Angeles Times. That's quite an endorsement. On the back it says, Las Vegas, the name invokes images of divorce and dice, prostitutes and payoffs, gangsters and glitz, but beneath it all is a sordid history that is much more insidious and far-reaching than ever imagined. Now, at the dawn of the new century, this neon maelstrom of ruthlessness and greed stands not as an emergent city, but a natural outgrowth of the corruption and worship of money that have come to permeate American life. The Money and the Power is the most comprehensive book yet at Las Vegas, and its breadth of influence, based on 5 years of intensive research and interviewing Sally Denton and Roger Morris, revealed the city's historic network of links to Wall Street, international drug trafficking, and the CIA. In doing so, they exposed the disrupting connections among politicians, businessmen, and the criminals that harness these illegal activities. Through this lucid and gripping indictment of Las Vegas, Denton and Morris uncover a national ethic of exploitation, violence, and greed, and provide a provocative reinterpretation of 20th century American history. The New York Times, riveting, absorbing, a saga of underworld subculture that intersects with that of government agents, senators, and presidents, ranges from Cuba to Dallas to Watergate. Something on every page hits like a meat axe. In their unsparing, meticulous reporting, Denton and Morris produce a compelling, important dossier. And like I said, for me, this book would be more difficult to read because of the small print, so I got the hardbound book, and it was just, I couldn't put it down. There were times when I had to actually put the book down to work at one of the jobs that I was at where I got to read, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to work. I wanted to read this at night when I came home. I just wanted to carry it in my car so that I could read whenever I got the chance. And here it says, here Roger Morris, he's also written Partners in Power, The Clintons and Their America, Richard Milhouse Nixon, The Rise of an American Politician, The Devil's Butcher Shop, The New Mexico Prison Uprising. And so Sally Denton, she's written The Bluegrass Conspiracy, an inside story of power, greed, drugs, and murder. And here are the authors. And the book's just amazing. Here's all the different book lists, the reviews. Compelling evidence to suggest that corruption in Las Vegas has a profound effect on American life. Las Vegas Review-Journal, impeccably researched and splendidly written, an indictment of this desert city's shadowy history. Publishers Weekly, this ambitious, jolting investigative history simultaneously explores the secret history of Las Vegas, manifest in the expansion of the city's ethos of greed and artifice into the wholesale American model, undeniably disturbing and engrossing. A wonderful job putting together a history from its practical beginnings through the end of the last century. Las Vegas Sun, The Baltimore Sun, a well-written, provocative account. Santa Fe, New Mexican, explosive, about a symbol for all that is evil, from racketeering to drugs and crooked politicians to mayhem and murder. The cast of characters is a who's who of the last half-century, a sweeping overview of the steady encroachment of corruption into all aspects of American life. The Money and the Power is more than a history of Las Vegas. It's a damning tale of corruption in our holy city, a dazzling mirage many Americans are eager to embrace. The Austin Chronicle. Newsday. Intensively researched, sweeping in both scope and implication, seeks to identify Las Vegas as a centerpiece of contemporary American culture, a metaphor for everything we've become. The Washington Post Book World. The history of Vegas's dark underside has seldom been so abundantly researched and compellingly told. Business Week. Exhaustive research. A unified field theory of corruption, political, economic, and criminal, in which all our dark roads lead to the oasis in the Nevada wasteland. Gotta get this book. Before you come to Vegas, after you come to Vegas, while you're in Vegas. It's hard to put down.